Mysteries begin with the body, but sometimes the mystery is not death, but love. And there's so much to love. Cats. Hand-knit blankets, green ones. Dust caught in the light, colors, unexpected waterfalls. And of course the body. The bloods, night hum, summer heat seeping through damp moss, the smell of an oak tree opened in winter. There's so much to love that life should be made out of loving. So many ways of loving. And will they not come again? No, no, they are dead. They will never come again. And we cast away, moan. Go to thy deathbed. Go to the...
Who's there?
Nay, answer me! Stand and unfold yourself!
Long live the king!
Marcellus,
He.
you come most humbly upon your hour.
'Tis now struck 12. Have you had quiet guard?
Not a mouse stirring,
'Tis bitter cold.
and I am sick at heart. Say what, is Horatio there?
A piece of them.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus.
What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold.
Tush, tush! 'Twill not appear.
Sit down a while. Let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story what we two nights have seen.
Well, let us hear Bernardo speak of this.
Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume that part of heaven, the bell then beating one, Bart! Break me off! Look, here it comes again!
Thou art a scholar, speak to it, Horatio!
Looks it not like the king! Mark it, Horatio!
Most like! It harrows me with fear and wonder!
Speak to it, Horatio!
It would be spoke to!
What art thou? With that fair and warlike form, in which the majesty of buried Denmark did sometimes march! By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
Oh, it is offended.
See, it stalks away!
Stay! Speak! Speak! I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone and will not answer.
Now, Horatio, you tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy?
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself, 'tis strange. This bodes some strange eruption to our state.
Good now. And this, I take it, is why this same strict and most observant watch so nightly toils the subject of the
War!
land.
A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye.
I think it be no more, but even so.
Well, may it sort that this portentous figure comes armed.
The graves stand tenantless, and the sheeted dead. Prologue to the omen coming on. But soft, behold, lo, where it comes again. Stay! Illusion! Speak to me! If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease, speak to me! If thou art privy to thy country's fate, oh, speak! Speak of it! Stop it, thyself! 'Tis here!
'Tis here!
'Tis gone!
We do it wrong, being so majestical to offer it the show of
It
violence.
was about to speak.
And then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. The war brought the dead. The mothers, the cries of newborns cross here, here stop, here knock, here dance, here draw. Your fate does not lie. What we must summon when we're filled with no. When we doubt, when we say perchance a dream. Let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For upon my life this spirit will speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray. And I this morning know where we shall find him most convenient.
Well, everyone can master a grief, but they that feel it. The only cure is
To
to
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe, yet so far hath discretion fought with nature that we, with wisest sorrow, think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we, as 'twere, with a defeated joy, taken to wife.
For all our thanks.
Now follows that you know our late dear brother's death makes us traduced and taxed of other nations, our state to be disjoined and out of fray.
And so we prepare and wait for our tomorrow. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit.
What is, Laertes? You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose your voice. What wouldst thou beg, Laertes, that shall not be my offer, not thy asking?
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France, from whence, though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation, yet now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend again towards France.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son.
A little more than kin, and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that live must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is, I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, cold mother, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within, which passes show these but the trappings and the suits of woe.
It is sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father, but you must know, your father lost a father. That father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow, but to persever in obstinate condolement. The fault against the dead, a fault against nature. Fie, why take it to heart? We pray you throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne.
In going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire. And we beseech you, bend you to remain our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son. Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet.
I will in all my best obey you, madam.
Aye, 'tis a loving and a fair reply.
Be as ourselves in Denmark. Madam, come. Away.
Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, fall, and resolve itself into a dew.
Or that the everlasting had not fixed his can against self-slaughter.
Oh, God. God. How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it, a fie!
'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed.
That it should come to this. But 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king. So loving to my mother. Heaven and earth must I remember. And yet within a month. Let me not think on it. A little month. Why she, oh God, married with my uncle. My father's brother within a month. Ere yet the salt had left the flushing in her eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
Horatio, or I do forget myself.
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
My good friend, I'll change that name with you. Marcellus.
My good lord.
I am very glad to see you. Good even, soldier. But what in faith make you from Wittenberg?
A truant disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear your enemies say so. I know you are no truant. But what is your affair at Elsinore?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
And prithee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw who?
My lord the king. your father?
The king, my father?
Season your admiration for a while till I may deliver this marvel to you.
For heaven's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these Marcellus and Bernardo on their watch in the dead waste of night been thus encountered. A figure like your father appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by, whilst they speak not to him. This to me in part they did, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, wherein as they had delivered, the apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Well, did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none, and vanished from our sight.
'Tis very strange.
As I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true.
And we did think it writ down in our duty to let you know of it.
Indeed. Indeed, hold you the watch tonight.
We do, my lord.
Armed, say it.
Armed, my lord.
From top to toe.
My lord, from head to foot.
Then saw you not his face?
Oh, yes, my lord. He wore his beaver ruff.
What looked he? Frowningly?
A countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
And fixed his eyes upon you.
Most constantly.
Would I have been there?
It would have much amazed you.
Very like, stated long.
While one with moderate haste might tell 100.
Longer.
Longer.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
I'll visit you. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play would the night were come.
Till then, sit still, your soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth overwhelm them to men's eyes.
I've stopped hearing, breathing. Grief makes 1 hour 10. And will they not come again? And will they not come again? And we cast away no more.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And, sister, as the winds give benefit, let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, and the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion and a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature. Forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more, but so.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear his greatness weighed. His will is not his own. Weigh what loss your honor may sustain if with too credent ear you list his songs or lose your heart to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister, and keep it in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire.
I will the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But do not show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, and wreck not your own reed.
Oh, fear me not.
And here, Laertes! Aboard for shame! There my blessing with thee, and these few precepts in thy memory look thou character. Give every man thine ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day thou canst not then be false to any man.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is, Ophelia, he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Ah, marry, well bethought. 'Tis told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection. Do you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I'll teach you. Tender yourself more dearly, or you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Fashion you may call it. Go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, springes to catch woodcocks. I do know when the blood burns how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, you must not take for fire. Of Lord Hamlet, believe in him so much that he is young. Do not believe his vows. This is for all. I would not have you slander any moment's leisure as to give words or talk with Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you.
Nothing that grieves us can be called little. Death leaves a heartache that no one can heal. Love leaves a memory that no one can steal. It is very cold.
The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold.
It is a nipping and an eager air.
What hour now?
It draws near the season wherein the spirit held is wont to walk.
Look, my lord, it comes.
Grace defend us. Hamlet! King! Father! Royal Dane! Oh, answer me! What may this mean? That thou revisits thus the glimpses of the moon? Say, why is this? Wherefore, what should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it,
But do not go, my lord.
No, by no means.
It will not speak. Then I will follow it.
Do not, my lord!
Why, what should be the fear? I do not set my life into pin's feet.
What if it draw you into madness?
It waves me still. Go on, I'll follow thee.
You shall not go, my lord.
Hold off thy hand! His rule, you shall not go! My fate cries out, unhand me, by heaven! I'll make a ghost of him that lets me!
He waxes desperate with the imagination.
Let's follow. 'Tis not fit thus to obey him.
To what issue will this come? At this moment, I wish I weren't a poet, because I feel I've developed a too sophisticated sense of what the symbolic can hold.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak! I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will. Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak! I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain turn to walk the night, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder, most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I, with wings, may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt. Now, Hamlet, here. 'Tis given out that sleeping in mine orchard a serpent stung me. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle!
Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there! But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be. Upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole, and in the porches of mine ears did pour juice of cursed poison from a vial. Thus was I, by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched. Oh, horrible! Most horrible! Horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not! Fare thee well at once! Adieu! 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 Remember me! Oh, earth! What else? Oh, fine! Hold!
remember thee. I, thou poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. I'll wipe away all trivial fond records, and thy commandment all alone shall live. Oh, villain, villain, smiling, damned villain, that one may smile and be a villain. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is adieu. Adieu, remember me. So be it. Hello, ho, ho, come and come.
Hello, ho, ho, how is my noble lord?
What news, my lord?
Wonderful.
Good, my lord. Tell it.
No, you will reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
How now, but you'll be secret.
Aye, by heaven.
There's never a villain dwelling in all Denmark, but he's an errant knave.
There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave to tell us this.
Why, right. You are in the right. And so I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You as your business and desire shall point you, and for my own poor part, I will go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord.
I am sorry they offend you. Heartily. Yes, faith, heartily.
There's no offense, my lord.
Yes, but there is, Horatio. And much offense, too. Touching this vision here, it is an honest ghost, that let me tell you. For your desire to know what is between us, overmaster it as you may. And now, my good friends, since you are friends, scholars, soldiers, give me one poor request.
What is't, my lord? We will.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
Swear.
Come on! You hear this fellow in the cellarage? Consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never make known of this that you have seen.
Swear by his sword.
Okay, knight, but this is wondrous strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. Rest, rest, perturbed spirit. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
As soon as dawn appears, dressed only in her clouds, and murk hangs down over hills as if guilty. Two sounds you can hear at this tucked up hour when one rolls over and pulls grief to the chin and feet have no covers. First this, the sound of everything repeating. Then this, the sound of everything repeating.
How now, Ophelia? What's the matter?
My lord, I have been so affrighted.
With what, in the name of heaven?
My lord, in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with a look so piteous as if he had been loosed out of hell, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love.
My lord, I do not know.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard, and with his other hand he falls to such perusal of my face as I would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last, a little shaking of mine arm, he raised a sigh so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go and seemed to find his way without his eyes.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did deny his access to me.
That had made him mad. I am sorry. I feared he did but trifle, and meant to rack thee, but beshrew my jealousy. Come, we will go to the king. This must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
The need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending.
Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation?
So call it, if nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was.
What it should be more than his father's death, we cannot dream of.
I entreat you both, that being of so young days brought up with him, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court, to draw him unto pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion you may glean.
Both your majesties might by the sovereign power you have of us put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son.
Heavens make our presence
And our practices.
pleasant and helpful to him.
My liege, I do think that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that. That do I long to hear. And my dear Gertrude, he tells us he hath found the very head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main. His father's death and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night, night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes. I will be brief, your noble son is mad. Mad, call I it, for to define true madness, what is but to be nothing else but mad.
More matter, with less art.
Madam, I swear, I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then. And now remains that we find out the cause of this defect, or rather say, the cause of this defect. For this effect, defective, comes by cause. Perpend I have a daughter, who hath in her duty and obedience, mark, shown me this. Now gather and surmise to the celestial and
To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia.
That's an ill phrase. Vile phrase, beautified. He is a vile phrase, but you shall hear.
Came this from Hamlet to her?
Good, madam, stay a while. We will be faithful.
Doubt thou the stars are fire. Doubt thou the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love.
This in obedience hath my daughter shown me.
But how hath she received his love?
What do you think of me?
Well, as of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. I prescripts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, and he repelled a short tale to make, fell into sadness, thence into a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves, and all we mournful.
Do you think this?
It may be, very like.
Had there been such a time, I would fain know that I have said positively 'tis so, when it proved otherwise.
Not that I know of.
Take this from this, if it be otherwise.
How may we try it further?
You know he sometimes walks for hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed?
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras, then mark the encounter.
We will try it.
But look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
And when you read, you're an old ocean yourself. You're a phlegmatic kingdom. You traverse your own loneliness.
Away, I beseech you, away. I'll board him presently. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God of mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
Aye, sir. To be honest as this world goes is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
Very true, my lord.
For if the sun breed maggots in a dead dog, being a good kissing carrion, have you a daughter?
Have, my lord?
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but as your daughter may conceive, friend, look to it.
He's harping on my daughter. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words. Words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Slanders, sir.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that's out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are, a happiness that often madness hits on. My lord, I will take my leave of you.
You cannot take from me anything that I would not more willingly part with all, except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Fare you well, my lord.
My life.
This would explain much of human suffering. Less playful than you might think, each of us languaging on, our meaning clear to ourselves, but to nobody else. People in love, most of all. You go seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
My honored lord!
My most dear lord!
My excellent good friends, how dost thou guildenstern our Rosencrantz? How do you both?
As the indifferent children of the earth,
Happy in that we are not over happy. On fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the sole of her shoes.
neither, my lord.
Very true. What news?
None, my lord. But the world's grown honest.
That is doomsday near. But your news is not true. In the beaten way of friendship would make you at Elsinore.
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation?
What should we say, my lord?
You were sent for.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the consonancy of our youth and the obligation of our ever-preserved love. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
My lord, we were sent for.
Aha!
I will tell you why.
I will tell you why.
I will
I will tell
tell you why.
I will tell you why. You have of late
Though wherefore you know not.
lost all your mirth.
Forgone all custom of exercises, and
indeed it goes
So heavily with your disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems but a sterile promontory.
this most excellent canopy, the air,
Look you,
this brave o'erhanging firmament.
this majestical roof fretted with golden fire.
Why, it appears no other thing than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors.
What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god, the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? There's a little bit of magic in everything, and some loss to even things out. Why did ye laugh?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what entertainment the players shall receive from you.
We covered them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome.
The tragedians of the city.
Oh, come your hands then, come. You are welcome at Elsinore, but my uncle father and aunt mother are deceived.
In what, my dear lord?
I am a mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
My lord!
Hark you, I prophesy he comes to tell me of the players. Mark it.
Lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
Buzz!
Upon my
Buzz!
honor, the best actors in the world, either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, comical, pastoral, historical, scene indivisible, and poem unlimited.
Why,
Aye, one fair daughter and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter!
Welcome, old friend. Come, we'll have a speech straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality, a passionate speech.
What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once, but it was never acted. Or if it was, not above once. For the play, I remember, pleased not the million, but it was as I received it, an excellent play. One speech in it I chiefly loved. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. Let me see. Let me see. The unnerved father falls.
The unnerved father falls.
Horribly.
Horridly?
Horridly.
Horridly. The unnerved father falls. The antique sword lies where it falls, roasted in wrath and fire, lending a tyrannous and a damned light to murder. I became aware of a smell rising up. No shape or light, no form at all, just stench. The gloomy shade of death. A mouthful of earth. Make a fist for a heart. Among all the things bent nearly to breaking, with griefs beneath our feet.
Beneath the earth.
But who? Oh, who has seen the mobled queen?
The mobled queen.
It's good. The mobile queen is good.
Run barefoot, up and down, threatening the flames.
The gods themselves did see her then.
Clinging to her husband's limbs.
Swear! 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 I looked at her, and grief looked back at me. And all the grieving that had ever been done, it seemed to stare at me from two small, wild eyes, like those of a bird newly hatched upon the clustered truth of what is gone. Not even gone, but what is going. I tried to keep my mind at noon, at least as long as noon lasts. The full reverberation from the forest, the final couplet spoken by the flicker, hammering for grubs in fallen hemlock.
Look where he has tears in his eyes. Prithee, no more.
If the gods themselves did see. 'Tis well. I'll have thee speak out the rest of this soon.
If the gods themselves did see, so you mustn't be frightened. If a sadness rises in front of you larger than any you have ever seen, you must realize that something is happening to you, that life has not forgotten you, that it holds you in its hand and will not let you fall. Oh.
Good, my lord. Will you see the players well bestowed? Do you hear? Let them be well used, for they are the abstract and brief chronicles of the time. After your death, you were better have a bad epitaph than their ill report while you live.
My lord, I will use them according to their desert.
Much better. Use every man after his desert, and who shall escape with it?
Come!
Follow that, lord. We'll have a play tomorrow. Old friend, can you play The Murder of Gonzaga?
Aye, my lord.
Excellent. We'll have it tomorrow night. You could, for need, study some speech of a dozen lines or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert in it. Could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Follow that lord, and look you, mock him not. My good friends, I'll leave you tonight. You are welcome at Elsinore.
Good, my lord.
So God by you. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! Is it not monstrous that these players here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force their souls so to their own conceit, tears in their eyes, a broken voice, and all for nothing? What would they do had they the motive and the cue for passion that I have? Why, they would drown the stage with tears, yet I can say nothing. Am I a coward? Thank you. Why, what an ass am I? Bloody, bawdy villain! Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain of vengeance! Fly about it, fool, about my brains! I'll have these players here play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
By no drift of conference get from him why he puts on this confusion.
He does confess he feels himself distracted.
But with a crafty madness keeps aloof.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we o'erwrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are about the court, and as I think, they have already ordered this night to play before him.
With all my heart. And it doth much content me to hear him so inclined.
Good gentles, give him a further edge. Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he as 'twere by accident may hear, affront Ophelia.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness.
Madam, I wish...
Ophelia, walk you here, read on this book, that show of such an exercise may color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this. 'Tis too much proved that with devotion's visage and pious action, we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
Oh, 'tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. Oh, heavy burden.
I hear him coming. Withdraw, my lord.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to groan and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will It makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their courage turn awry and lose the name of action. But soft now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many day?
I humbly thank you. Well. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed and longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume lost.
Lost?
Lost. Take these again. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind.
Unkind?
There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly. I love you.
I believe you.
You should not believe me. I love you not.
We are deceived!
Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves, all. Believe none of us. Where is your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool, nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Help! Teach us about death!
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Farewell. Or if thou wilt needs marry a fool. Farewell.
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
Go to! I'll no more on it. It has made me mad. I say we will have no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. Farewell.
Love, his affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, or which his melancholy sits on brood, and will be some danger, which for to prevent I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England. What think you on?
It shall do well. And yet I do believe that the origin and commencement of his grief sprang from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit, before the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him, and all be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not to England, send him or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The butchers,
Aye.
the soldiers,
Tongue.
the scholars,
Sword.
the expectation and the rose of the fair state. The glass of fashion the mold of form,
The observed of all observers. Quite down.
and I now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells, jangled out of tune and harsh.
The unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with
Ecstasy.
grief. Grief! Grief.
Woe's me to have seen what I have seen.
To see what I see.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. Go make you ready. How now, my friends, will the king hear this piece of work?
And the queen, too.
Bid the players make haste. But ho, Horatio!
Here, sweet lord, at your service.
Give me that human that is not passion's slave, and I will wear them in my heart's core. I, in my heart of heart, as I do thee.
Oh, my dear lord.
There is a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. Observe my uncle. If his occulted guilt do not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen. They're coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent, Fave. Of the chameleon's dish, I eat the air. Promise crowned.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine now, my lord. Be the players ready?
Aye, my lord, they stay upon your patience.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, good mother. Here's metal more attractive. What, lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
Did you think I meant country matters?
I think nothing, my lord.
No thing.
You are merry, my lord.
Who, I?
I, my lord.
Oh, God, you're only jig maker. What should a fellow do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
Oh, heavens! So long! Died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. Well, then there's hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
Is this a prologue or the posy of a ring?
'Tis brief, my lord.
As woman's love.
So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count o'er, ere love be done.
What? Woe is me! You are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state that I distrust you. And as my love is sized, my fear is so.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. And thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honored, beloved, and happy when is kind. For husband shalt thou find.
Oh, confound the rest! In second husband, let me be accursed! None wed the second, but who killed the first. That's wormwood.
I do believe you think what now you speak. But what we do determine oft we break. For 'tis a question left us yet to prove, whether love lead fortune, or else fortune love. Fortune's wheel turns with thunder sway. That mighty wheel rumbles beneath streets paved with grime and magic, avenues paved with magic and time. Love's last urgency is earth. Man moves her to dispel grief.
Earth give me no food, nor heaven light, both here and hence. Pursue me lasting strife, if, once a widow, ever I be a wife. If she should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn. Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep, rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
Madam, how like you this play?
What do you call the play?
The Mouse Trap. You shall see anon 'tis a knavish piece of work, but what of that? Your Majesty, and we that have free souls, it touches us not. This one's Lucianus, nephew to the king. Come, murderer, begin. The croaking raven doth bellow for revenge.
The croaking raven doth bellow for revenge. Thoughts apt, drugs fit, and time agreeing, no creature seeing, thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, thy natural magic and dire property on wholesome life usurps immediately.
He poisons him in the garden for his estate. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of the...
The king rises. How fares my lord?
Give o'er the play!
Give me some light! Away!
Lights! Lights! Lights!
Oh, good Horatio. I'll take the ghost word for £1,000. Did you perceive?
Very well, my lord! Oh, Captain! My Captain!
Come, some music! Come, the recorders! Come, some music!
My lord, vouchsafe us a word with you.
Oh, sir, a whole history!
The king, sir!
Aye, sir, what of it?
Is marvelous distempered.
With drink, sir?
No, my lord, with collar.
Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to the doctor, for me to put him to his purgation.
Good, my lord, put your discourse into some frame and start not so wildly from our affair.
I am tame, sir, pronounce.
The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent us to you.
You are welcome!
Nay, my good lord, please you to make a wholesome answer. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the
Oh,
end.
sir, I cannot.
What, my lord?
Make you a wholesome answer! My wit's diseased. But sir, such answer as I can make you shall command. Or rather, as you say, my mother. But no more to the matter. My mother, you say.
Your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
Oh, wonderful son that can so astonish a mother.
She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed.
Then we will obey were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
And do still.
Good, my lord. What is your cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your griefs to your friends.
I lack advancement.
How can that be when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
Aye, sir, but while the grass grows... The proverb is something musty. Oh, the recorders. Let me see one. Why do you drive me into a toilet?
My lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmannerly.
I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
Oh, I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
Why, it is as easy as lying. Look you, these are the stops.
But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Why, look you now how unworthy a thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ, yet cannot you make it speak? Blood! Do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will.